There are just 2 episodes remaining in Alchemy of Souls. The conclusion of this story eludes us following the astonishing revelation in the last moments of episode 8. The moment we've all been waiting for. And with the season finale getting closer and closer, we are holding our breaths as to whether the story of Jungkook and NAKSU would be one of happiness or sorrow. And why is Jinmu the luckiest rat we've ever met? How does this guy keep getting away with all of the shit he does? Soyeol finally discovers the truth of his illness as Soe reveals how she transferred the parasite into his body to save him. As Soyeol saves Soe from being tortured by Hogyung, he also learns the truth of Buyun's identity, NAKSU. Yet again, Jinmu exercises his plot armor to attack Soe in order to get rid of loose ends. Thankfully, Soyeol is there, but he risks life and death fighting with the remaining bits of his energy core.
Until Jungkook arrives. We finally get to see Jungkook in action as he comes to Soyeol's rescue. Arriving just in time, he dispatches Chunbugwan with ease while also managing to get a confession that Jinmu was behind the blood parasite. Soe unfortunately dies in the struggle, but at least she died happy, doing her best to protect the person she loves. Jungkook goes on a warpath, cutting down mage after mage in his way to Chunbugwan to confront Jinmu. But here we go again. Jinmu manages to sliver his way out of trouble time and time again. With the support of Songrim, Jungkook is prepared to wage war against Chunbugwan. But the Crown Prince steps in the way to avoid unnecessary bloodshed. But with Soyeol's life hanging in the balance, Jungkook and company must find a way to save his life. Only with the help of Jin Hogyung, our group manages to extract the blood parasite from Soyeol by way of the Firebird artifact inside Jinyuwon, at a cost. Jungkook must return Buyun to Jinyuwon.
As Hoyeom devises a complicated process to save Soyeol, Buyun must take his core energy along with the blood parasite stored inside a water wick, the same wick that is used to light the lanterns of life inside Soho Fortress. They must use the Firebird's barrier to extract the blood parasite from Yul's energy, cleansing the water wick. Buyun must bring the wick back to Soyeol before time runs out to save his life. And then, the moment. As the reality of Jungkook's promise sets in, he pines for Buyun more and more. The confusion of the fire flickering on and off sets his emotions ablaze. The next several moments with Buyun would be one of passion and hot, steamy romance. Like, that was an intense kiss. Or several kisses. There were a lot.
There was a lot of kisses.
While all this is going on, however, Yeonuk proceeds down the path of jealousy as she discovers the truth of Buyun's identity by violating Soyeol's privacy and reading his sealed letter. Jeez. This woman needs to mind her own dang business, but she doesn't. She lures Buyun to the Stone Tower graveyard and throws medicine on her to reveal the marks of a soul shifter. Luckily, she doesn't see Buyun's eyes bloom blue in that brief moment.
As Soyeol recovers, Master Lee reveals that Buyun's soul would eventually kick NAKSU's out of her body, contrary to what he had told Hogyung, which was that Buyun's soul had gone and NAKSU's would remain. What is the truth? Whatever the case may be, Soyeol takes this information and gives Buyun a word of caution, which causes her to go to Dangyanguk, which is when all of the memories come flooding back into her mind, and she gets a brief encounter with the soul of Buyun. She must soon vacate the body. With all this new information and all her memories returned, NAKSU must make a terribly difficult decision. Can she and Jungkook ever be together? As tensions flare between her and Jungkook, she just cannot bring herself to tell him the truth, causing Jungkook to get jealous over himself, the person NAKSU likes. NAKSU decides to keep the truth from Jungkook and sends him away to the northern fortress. But yet another foil presents itself, and this time it is a decision that Jungkook would have to make in the future should he discover the truth. Would he purge Buyun's soul from her body, using the Ice Stone in order to keep NAKSU alive? This was a possibility Master Lee warns of, if he were ever to find out the truth.
Now Jinmu's plans are in full swing, the Crown Prince seemingly supporting him 100%. Hogyung finds herself at a crossroads, having to give up the Jinyuwon golden plaque. But Buyun comes to her defense, memories intact. Now, NAKSU, using Buyun's powers, must find the golden plaque in a place filled with sorcery and wraiths, and bring it back in order to prove Jinyuwon can defend itself. We finally see the blue flower bloom inside Buyun's eyes, except this time, Jungkook is there to see it.
Ooh, oh my goodness, what an ending. And you know what, I just feel
First of all, hold on 1 second. Before we get started, how dare you guys give us crap for celebrating the holidays?
Come on.
We've seen your comments. Anyways, we're back.
We love you. Thank you for being with us. Hope you had amazing holidays. We enjoyed it too. And Happy New Year. Absolutely.
Yes. So we're back. From episode 5 to episode 8, and then with this new revelation, the memories are back. Jungkook sees it. He sees the blue eyes.
Yeah.
What's he gonna do?
I don't know. That's going to be interesting because that's going to be like a prediction as we get closer to the finale. Is Jangwook going to use his powers to keep NAKSU, or what's going to happen there? I have no idea.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of like one of those Romeo and Juliet moments, right? It's not exactly
I don't want it to
Romeo.
be tragic.
Yeah, it is tragic, like because. Again, this is the difficult decision that NAKSU has to make with telling him the truth, because then he's gonna be like, oh, you're NAKSU, and then like their love flourishes, right? But then like, the truth is she has to vacate the body. But then the other terrible truth is Jangwook can use Hwonsu to expel Buyon's soul.
Well,
that's like almost a terrible thing to do to Buyon as well.
Yeah, I don't know. Like there has to be other ways, right? There has to be ways for NAKSU to keep her memories as well as to coexist with Buyon's soul or coexist with the divine powers that she has, right? Because you cannot just leave the situation be black or white to choose one or the other.
There was a funny little theory that I had to myself. I wasn't going to say it, but I will say it just for laughs. I was thinking that like in the end, the Ice Stone would be able to split their souls, and they would be able to put Buyon's soul inside the tortoise. The tortoise has the energy of the black tortoise.
Oh yeah,
but that's a little out there for for this story. But it is a tough thing to think about. Like, we
all know what we want?
Yeah, we want NAKSU and Jangwook to live happily ever after, but we also don't want to condemn Buyon.
Yeah.
She doesn't deserve any of this.
There's so many truths to be interpreted here, with Master Lee telling Jin Ho-kyung one thing and then telling Soyol one thing. And so what is exactly the truth here?
I'm starting to lean towards the truth is what he told Soyol, right? Because there are things you would say to Ho-kyung to kind of put her at ease at that very moment, right? She's making some erratic decisions with saving her daughter. And in this case, I think he can tell the truth to Soyol.
Okay, so bear with me here. Like, I also have just kind of give myself, like, Master Lee tells Soyol that he only erased the memories that weren't needed. But, like, she ends up recovering those memories anyways. And so, like, I don't know what Master Lee is doing. I think he has a plan for himself. Like, he has his own plans with Naksoyun or Buyon NAKSU, whatever. And that's going to come, in the final 2 episodes.
Buksu. And so the last 2 episodes are coming up, and then this is the moment that we've been clamoring for. The action. The plans of Jinmu and the Crown Prince are starting to unfold. All of the Firebird earthenware is spread all over Gyeongcheon-dae, and all of the people are like in a panic, and they're trying to dry up the world's water and do the lakes right, but with their own priestess and taking away the control of Jin Yeon from Ho-kyung and their family. But NAKSU comes in clutch, right? And she has to go through this world of wraiths to bring back the
Guido.
plaque.
The Guido. Oh, that is so cool. More lore coming up for you guys later this week. But that was just like, she just had like lots of courage to go in there, even though like she doesn't really have any divine powers.
She has the courage of NAKSU now. All of the memories are back.
But luckily, the Yin and Yang Jade called out to Jangwook, and he power of Hwonsu, he like teleports himself inside Guido.
I don't know how he's there.
Are you okay? Who are you?
First of all, like it's confusing in that moment because he asks, "What are you doing here?" So I'm wondering, did he like knowingly go there through like the Black Tortoise? Because Master Lee finds the tortoise, it's like, oh, I see, you're going to find someone who needs to find their way, right? Because the tortoise or the turtle, that turtle has the energy of the Black Tortoise, which is the energy that helps people find their way.
Sure.
So I'm wondering if the tortoise was like, hey, Jangwook, go to this little, go to this Guido, and then goes back to the Crown Prince and
that would be funny.
Intercepts Buyon.
That would be funny.
We'll see what causes both Buyon or NAKSU and Jangwook to meet in Guido.
I think it's because he's just all powerful with the Ice Stone. He can go wherever he pleases. And that kind of brings me back to the Crown Prince and Jinmu as well, as like, what do you think is really happening here? I have a feeling that Jangwook and the Crown Prince was actually planned this out.
Yeah.
You know? I don't think the Crown Prince has gone evil here.
No, absolutely. This is all part of their plan, because especially given the fact that he was 100% okay with being sent away. He was like, all right, this is the plan. But also in the previews, they showed that there will be revelations made to the royal family themselves, as the queen remembers how she was soul shifted, how she was replaced by the Choi shaman. someone is asking the queen, don't you remember the bells ringing at that moment?
Right.
And
I think that was
there's-
Soyeol.
Yeah, and so I think there's going to be a revelation there where the royal family starts to turn on Jinmu because they finally realize, the plot armor has to go away sometime, So they realize
The
Jinmu,
thickest plot armor ever.
Jinmu is the one that orchestrated, the queen getting her body switched, and so the queen, the royal family are going to realize this, and there's going to be a war with Junbong-won. Finally. With Sungrim and all of the mages going to attack them. At least that's
I think
that's going to happen.
That's definitely going to happen. Low hanging fruit for sure. But what do you guys think about like the ending? We have 2 more episodes left. Is it gonna be happy? Is it gonna be tragic? I'm really kind of crossing fingers here that it's gonna be a happy ending.
Yeah, there's got to be some kind of lore. I mean, it hasn't been established, therefore we don't know it could happen, right? But there's got to be some way where their souls can coexist. Our original theory might still hold true.
Oh, which is?
The way NAKSU's body is not accounted for. This is Buyun's body with NAKSU's features. So remember your original theory that Soho Fortress was hanging on to NAKSU's original body.
Yes.
There could be a way for the Ice Stone to split their soul, giving Buyun her body back,
Right.
and putting Naksu's soul back in the original body that Soho Fortress has.
Yeah.
And then that is the little scene that we have with Jung So Min.
Oh.
Where she's back in Buyun's body, and that's Jung So Min, and Naksu is back in Naksu's body, and that is
Modok.
again. Yeah,
But that would be so weird though. Jungkook is like, I fell in love with your face, but I fell in love with your soul. It's just like, oh.
Hey, this series is already confusing as it is.
I know.
In any case, let us know what you guys think in the comment section below. If you have your own theories circling around how this thing could end with both Buyun getting the life that she deserves,
Right.
but also Naksu getting the love.
The
that she
turtle
deserves.
might still be a valid theory.
Hey,
too.
listen. If that happens, I'm gonna be so happy. But I know it's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous.
So let us know your theories in the comment section below. But that'll do it for this video. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like, subscribe for more videos like it, and hit the bell icon to turn on notifications. But as always, this is where we're watching this Sunday. We'll see you guys in the next one.